Hi, welcome to Girl Scouts California Central Coast Volunteer Expo 2020. My name is Tammy Helmuth. I am the CEO for this amazing council. And today I want to go ahead and educate and talk about money earning guidelines. I'm going to walk you through the process from top to bottom, and then we'll go into a Q&A. So here we go. Who sets policy? So a lot of questions come up with regards to what we can do as far as troops earning money. And I want to kind of help educate you. First off, GSUSA has what is called the Blue Book of Basic Documents. It is the Constitution and bylaws of Girl Scouts of the United States of America. Included in it is a process that talks about the solicitation of contributions. This starts the whole policy. And in it, I've highlighted the green. Adults may engage in combined fundraising efforts authorized by the council and in which the local council is a beneficiary. Again, we don't get to set this. This is a national policy. Girl members may not engage in any direct solicitation for money except for Girl Scouts, seniors, and ambassadors for their higher award projects, provided they have secured written permission from their council's CEO, CDO, or their designee. Now here's the deal. This is out of the Blue Book verbatim. So that is the policy that we are charged to enforce. We can't override it. We have to enforce it. If anybody wants to make a change to this policy, they have to go through the national convening session, bring your national delegates, get councils to support the change, and then bring it to the national convention, which is every 3 years. After the Blue Book, the step ladder comes down, and then GSUSA has the Volunteer Essentials. I like to reference the Volunteer Essentials as the layman's interpretation of the Blue Book. So the layman's interpretation of the Blue Book is troops. When it comes to troops raising money, they can flex their financial muscles in 2 ways. Through the Girl Scout cookie program, or in our case, the fall program, they can go out by selling the products and getting not only the incentives, but the cash returned to them. Or they can have group money earning activities organized by the troop, not the council, that are planned and carried out by the girls that earn money for the group. So the question I know that's all on your mind is, what type of money earning activities outside of product sales can we do? Here you go. What you have to do is the girls must participate in both council product sale activities and money earning projects based on the following. So they have to participate in both fall and cookies in order to get an alternative group money earning project approved. Now, if a troop comes in after that or so close that they can't get started, they can get a pass to go ahead and raise some funding. Volunteer participation for any other money earning items, the written permission from the girls. They must provide in the application that we have why the money is needed, that they're not going to raise $15,000 and they only need 5. It has to be in local ordinances. A great example of here is they cannot have bingo events. Bingo is a game of chance. It is illegal in the state of California, and it can definitely not be run by girls. Also, here's a couple others. These are IRS guidelines also to keep in things. When we talk about girls' earnings, they must support Girl Scout programs. They cannot go for scholarships or financial credits to outside organizations. They cannot support, let's say, programs. One I would have to say is they cannot use their incentive money for Boy Scouts. Rewards are based on sales ranges. They cannot be a dollar per dollar calculation. So if a girl, she sells 1,000 cookies, she can't get $1,000. She can get incentives based on a value between a sales range of this year and this year. Michelle does an excellent job at that. And any other type of money earning program, you have to receive written approval from us, council, before you actually start the fundraising event. The Blue Book, we already referred to it, forbids girls from the direct solicitation of cash. Why I bring this up is there used to be a time, and I do know volunteers had asked me, why can't we have our bucket out there asking for cash donations? The council stopped that, and we're not happy with it. And I'll have to say I agreed, right? Why did council stop the ability of girls to have collections in cash? Well, I did my research. The Blue Book, our Constitution, forbids that. So I can't even attempt to override that policy. I, again, have to enforce it. So how can you bring money into your troop? You actually bring it in through troop dues, product program. We're going to talk about more money earning. In-kind donations is a portion, is kind of a byproduct of money earning guidelines, and family partnerships. Money earning tips, I'm telling you what, cell phones for refurbishment is a cash cow. Ink cartridges, cash cow. I would strongly look at those type of programs for money earning activities. Lunchbox auction, they do a lot of cake auctions, bakery auctions. You team up with another nonprofit such as Rotary or Kiwanis. They do those. It's absolutely amazing. Themed meals like the high tea or taco bar, it has to tie to a program. Services, Servathon, just as if it says right here, people sponsor a girl doing service and funds go to support a trip or activity that are within the GSLE model. Cooking classes or other specialty classes. I will approve certain badge workshops as long as they fall under that specialty class. We do have troops doing that, and I'll continue to support that because I do believe it falls in line with the specialty class. One thing that is policy restrictions. GSUSA does not allow daisies and brownies to do additional fundraisings because they are voicing experiences of burnouts. This is, again, a GSUSA policy that allows daisies and brownies to only participate in cookie and product sales. After that, they should be able to go experience all their rewards. And again, the exception is if they formed after the council product sales. I'm not going to repeat these. Some of these are repeatable. They must participate in both programs for approval of an additional money earning. There are blackout dates, okay? The blackout dates are the time between when the program start date and the end date. They cannot have a secondary competing event. Talk about time burnout, I can only imagine. There are certain things that are allowed during that blackout period, and they are as long as they don't involve a selling of an item, like car washes and dinners. Those must be approved by C-suite within our organization in the council. How do you do that? You have to complete the money earning application. It's found online. We'll have it links to this handout. It'll also be there. And provide it to a VSM, Volunteer Support Manager, for approval. They will get our signature on it and get it back to you. Turn time is very quick. They must get approval before beginning or advertising the activity. And all girls and adults must be registered before participating. One of the other things, they must have their financial record for troops must be on file either in the BTK or on paper file, because they do have to disclose what their bank balance is, how much money they need, and where the money is going to go for. When you talk about soliciting in-kind donations, anything that's material or goods or services less than $250 can be sought after. So if they need paint for a project, if they need wood for a construction project, anything of that, they can have $250. I remember getting a bunch of birdhouses donated to our troop. That is a goods and services. Anything over $250, we just have to get accepted at the service unit or council level, because we are going to end up turning around and giving them a letter for the donation, which is what they want. And here's some examples of the donations that they can get. Gold Award projects. It is actually the preferred method of support for Gold Award projects. The Gold Award Girl Scout needs to identify the resources she needs, and as she can identify the sources. What we're trying to do is saying, hey, we have a great fund development department that would love to partner up with any girl that needs some cash donations. So we're strongly encouraging anybody going after a Gold Award project, call info, get a case started for fund development to help, and we can possibly team up and get a financial contributor to support your Gold Award project. Don't do it yourself, bring in the team. That's what we're here for. You'll receive the approval letter and solicitation form from the council. Keep in mind, The best way to do your fundraising, if you're going to do this by yourself, is friends, family, neighbors. That's really where it's going to be easiest. But like I said, please lean on us. We're here to help. We know that there are youth grants out there. Okay. When you get a donation from an organization, it's very tricky because you may consider it a cash donation, but the organization may assume it was a grant. And the problem with a grant is once you open a grant, you have to close a grant. That's why we want our fund development department to be involved so they can assist in closing that grant. What we don't want to happen is that an organization was happy to partner up with a Girl Scout. They gave her a grant, i.e. she thinks it's a donation. She's going to go take the money and go do what she needs to do. And she forgets to file the closing docs. And they come after the council looking for it, and we've already stressed that relationship. So again, all we're saying is team up with us. We're here to help. We're here to be a partner. We have the relationship. Let us support you. And what they really want to see, they want to be invited to the meeting, connect them with the cause. What we do on the backside is we give them a cash donation letter. That's what they want for taxes. And since we're the ones that hold the IRS 501c3, we're the ones that they're going to seek that letter from. So again, it's really talking about being a partnership with us. How do you communicate with us? Again, we're going to have these forms on our site. You can call up info. You can call us anytime. It's an in-kind donor solicitation form. Very easy to fill out. No problems at all. Again, can people collect cash? Can troop service units collect cash? They cannot. Not cash. You can get matching donations. Again, we're looking for unsolicited donations, not direct solicitation. That becomes an IRS type of a thing. Cash donations, if you do get a cash donation up to $250, the troop gets to keep that money. Okay, and this is misleading because this has been changed last year by the Membership Connection Committee and approved by the board. Troops can get $250. If somebody gives that troop $1,000, $250 goes straight to the troop, and then the 50% over $250 gets separated. 50% goes to the troop, 50% comes back to the council for financial aid for dues, uniforms, programs, and camps for girls that need some financial support. So in the end, somebody wants to give a troop $1,000, the troop is going to get $625, and then the $375 comes up to the council for financial aid for other girls. Service units, camps, resident camps, large-scale events, this has been increased up to $1,000. So $1,000, the council gets the check, we send it back to you, good to go. Anything over $1,000, council is going to receive 50% of that. So the great example is if a $5,000 donation came in, it'll be $1,000 service unit plus 50% of the $4,000, so another $2,000. Service unit will get $3,000. The remaining $2,000 will come up to the council for financial aid. Why can't troops and service units go straight? You can't do it. The council is the 501c3 holder. The donor is going to want a tax letter. You can't issue those letters. We have to be involved. We will be more than happy to support you in any fundraising efforts. We just have to be aware of it and support you. One of the other things that we've been hit with is, can our girls raise money for the Humane Society, Salvation Army, medical runs, breast walk, Cancer Society? You cannot. That is a GSUSA policy in the Blue Book. You are encouraged to support them. You can provide some of your troop rewards to it, but we're asking you to go out and wear uniforms and to be a brand ambassador at those events. But you cannot raise events as a Girl Scout for those other organizations. Again, you can solicit in-kind donations. This is a great example. Approval is needed for service unit events. Collaborations, raffle, and product demonstrations. We know that these are going on. I want to talk about raffles. Raffles and drawings and silent auctions, they're okay, but they cannot be conducted by girls. They have to be approved by council, and we have to know well in advance because we have to register once a year with the Attorney General's Registry of Charitable Trust, mouthful, and we have to disclose the period of time we're going to have raffles and how many of those raffles a year we hold. We pay for the fee. Council's more than happy to pay for the fee, but then we actually have to file a closing report of how much money was earned. So please, you have to communicate it, which is why we need those forms to be completed. Again, we are here to provide support. If there's any way we can support you in any fundraising events, let us know, send the form in, talk to your customer care. Anybody you need is good. All right, with that, thank you for attending. We look forward to you on the Q&A. Have a great night, and thank you for all that you do for Girl Scouts.